I have a quick question. Did you make that fade out? Because I remember the first time you faded it out manually.
Did you mix that?
To fade it out earlier.
Oh, okay.
But it fades out.
That's what I'm saying, because the first time you did it.
I made it fade automatically, but it's like a 30-second...
you should run it for 30 seconds.
It's like a... I don't even know how long. I think
just run it for that long.
It's a 30-second clip, so I just ran it. One time... sorry.
One time.
One time, I was in Washington State, not DC, and we were like swimming at like this lake, cause it's like really nice there. Have you been there?
Yeah.
It's like.
I mean, I don't know if I've been to the lake.
No, it's like very like nature-ish.
It's pristine. Yeah.
And like it's like pristine's a good word, but I was like at this lake, and we like left. I was like 14 because we were with my friend's dad, and then we were at this lake, and in the middle of the lake there was like an island, like in the middle, and it looked like decently close, so we were like, oh, like let's swim to it, and we swam to it, and it was like,
Can't you not really swim?
No, I learned how to swim for like competition.
Oh, it's not you then.
So
it
must be my other bitch.
away. The island was very far.
I learned how to swim for like competition, so I can do like freestyle and like the
Backstroke
butterfly
to
shit
the
like that.
island.
But I can't tread water.
Oh yeah.
They like never taught me.
Oh shit!
They taught me like everything else.
So the whole competition has to hold on to the thing.
Wait, how do you know how to
when he gets
breaststroke
back?
and not tread water?
You just can't tread water.
Can you also not
thing
float?
You learn how to do.
They didn't teach me. I learned at PC.
Can't you also not float because of your body mass? Is that you too?
That could be part of it. I don't know. Like I think the girl, because my sister knew how to tread. The girl assumed that I knew.
Have you tried recently?
Swimming?
Treading water?
No, because I got tattoos.
Treading water.
We'll practice.
No. I can, but I get like
Let's
tired.
run it, Willie.
Yeah, swimming is exhausting.
Let's run it with
I
Willie.
have a friend whose like form is like really good, and he can just tread.
Yeah.
Like nothing. Like he doesn't even get tired.
Well,
He can tread all day.
Built different.
And he's not even like some like healthy ass. He's just like lean and can just tread all day because he knows how to swim.
That's interesting. I feel like I could tread water for a long time.
I don't know.
I feel like it's a workout when you just float.
It's just when like your head's above water, but you're just keeping yourself.
Oh, you're just chilling there?
Well, yeah, it's not really chilling.
Without floating? I mean, without like touching the floor?
Yeah.
I can't do that.
It's like doggy paddling.
Oh, I can't. Place. You know, I can't swim already.
So,
how far was it?
I don't know how far it was, but I swam to it with my friend Kenny, and Robert like didn't wanna, so he just like stayed, and we got to the island, and it was just like not cool. It was just like squishy, like you know, like the sand in like a lake gets all like slimy.
Yeah.
It was like sand was all slimy, and then we got there and we were just chilling, and then the tide went up.
So the island disappeared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we were like, okay, let's just swim back, but there was like a current now.
The other way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were like swimming back, and like we were getting like so tired.
Yeah, you were swimming. It's like walking into the wind.
Yeah.
We were getting like so tired to the point where like I was like swimming and like not even moving.
It's like really hard too, because it's like you want to give up, but you literally
would die.
And I started getting so tired that like I would have like drowned.
Yeah.
So I didn't know how to like tread water without getting tired either. The only way I knew how to float
was on your back.
Yeah, was the back float, because they did teach me that. So I would back float for like 30 seconds to like get to breathe.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would like freestyle a bit, and then I would like backstroke to like get to breathe again.
He competed the whole way back.
And like my backstroke is not like good. It was like, cause like you have to like be able to like raise your stomach up and stuff like that, so you actually like float above the water.
Mm-hmm.
I would like, mine isn't that good. Like I'll like go down and like back up.
Yeah, you were
still
exerting
float.
yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then I like managed to get back, and then I just like collapsed.
No, I had
and was just like breathing
That's
like
scary.
mad hard.
It is.
But I could have
really
just
scary.
like died there at like 14.
I had a very
And I told my
similar
mom and she got
experience.
mad.
Yeah, my mom would get mad too.
But you don't expect, like, that's why checking the tides, like, you feel like you don't have to do that. But as soon as you go somewhere and the tides are high, it's like game over.
Yeah.
I touch the table.
No, I had a similar story when I was in Costa Rica, and you can't bring a boat up to like the beach. Like if you're coming from like the main island to like a beach, like a closed beach, you have to take a boat. To get off that boat, you have to swim a good like 100 feet.
Really?
100, 200 feet. Because they won't bring it up to the island because it'll like get like ruined or something. Like it'll hit something hard or whatever. I didn't know how to swim.
They're just like, get in.
Yeah. And in Costa Rica, they're like, you want to go? You can go. If you don't know how to swim, that's your issue. But I didn't know that we had to swim. There was like no communication there. So I only knew how to float. So I just floated. And my god sister pulled on a pool noodle and just pulled me all the way over there. And when I got to the island, I just hyperventilated because I was scared.
That's scary.
It is scary. Water's scary.
Water is scary.
One time I was like on a kayak in Maine, and I put my finger in the water and went like this, right? I went like this, like I just like wiggled my fingers around, and then I took my hand out of the water, like just like casually, and yeah, this like big like fucking like
Catfish.
shadow type thing, like yeah, it looked like it like just like a fish, went like, and then back down. Like it came up and it looked like around where my finger was, and then it just like went back down into like the dirty like water. It just like faded away.
What's the fear of water? Like Taslophobia?
It's like pala something.
No,
Or no, it's like maga something.
Here's a good question.
Megala something like that.
If you had to live the rest of your life in a submarine or in a rocket ship, would you rather live in the ocean or like in space?
Probably space.
Really?
Because space
Ocean's
hasn't.
scary, bro.
The ocean's just like so scary.
I feel like space is so scary. We don't even know what's that scary
That's
about
the
it.
thing. Like there's a lot of like discoveries that have been made about the ocean compared to space. So it'd be cool to be able to like
The thing is
see
like
that too.
The ocean has like all these like creatures that are just like there, while space is like I feel like you would have to like look to find something there.
You just see a dog floating.
Yeah, maybe like in your whole life there you'll see something.
Can I bring a dog?
Yeah. Dogs have been brought to space.
I know. I saw that the other day, like a reminder of it, and it's like sad because like they died.
Yeah, didn't it die?
Yeah.
They
It's
sent a monkey too, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think the
poor
first
monkey.
animal was a monkey.
Poor
Yeah.
monkey.
That's sad.
And then they said, "Oh fuck it, let's send a dog." Who does that? That's so sad.
It's one of those things where like they tested to see if like humans can do it.
yeah, but like
So it's like you start to wonder if it's like if it should be a thing, and like where would we be if we couldn't like test it or something like that.
I think we'd be further on, like in terms of combating climate change, if we spent more money investing into like ocean research and space research.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. I think it's
Space
just
is
not something
interesting.
that's like important to people, but it should be. Like it's important
'Cause
to
it's
the
really
general
high level.
population.
Yeah, it's so
It's
you
very-
can't even wrap your head around the
Yeah.
mathematics that go into thinking about quantum physics in
Yeah,
space.
it's very important to the general population, but when it gets up to like the people who actually do it, it's just like so hard to do it. Like to plan out a whole process of like being able to do what hasn't been done.
Yeah.
It's like insane.
Wasn't it like Apollo 13 or something where they got stuck there for a bit or some shit? Like wasn't Apollo 13 one where they made
Yeah.
like a mistake or some shit like
Yeah.
that?
Mm-hmm. I don't know the details around that though.
Yeah.
They were there way longer than they were
Yeah,
supposed to
it's
be.
like
They
they were,
ran
like-
out of food and stuff.
They were like technically stuck there for like longer.
Do you think the people, I don't know if this is a touchy question, but do you think the people that like risk their life to go to space to do this like research and stuff deserve like the same respect for those who fight for like the country in a sense? That just popped in my mind.
It's different. Like
It's interesting.
only like there's only like 7 people they send up there. Well, like the military, like there's like
There's,
all
like, a
these
bunch of
different
people.
ranks and people that go in there for like different reasons and stuff
For
like
years,
that.
yeah. I feel like they
So
should be
it's like-
recognized more in a sense. Not more or above, but
Who, astronauts?
yeah.
But what are they doing?
They're pretty like people respect
I feel like they're
them pretty
risking
well.
their life a little.
No. I agree. If you send me up into like near the sun.
Give me a whole celebration, bro.
No, but I'm saying like, what are they doing there?
They're doing like research.
Research.
Yeah.
Like they take samples from like stuff and like pictures, and then they bring them back and like.
But there's a lot that
study
they
them.
probably don't talk about. Like that's like hidden from like the general population. That
Yeah,
they
but
discover.
a lot of times like stuff is hidden unless they see a reason to make it public.
Yeah.
That's true.
Well,
It's
there's
not like-
so much that
Yeah.
is being kept from us.
Yeah, it's not like
The cancer cure.
it's not like they're like trying to
Oh.
hide it, but you
No,
know,
yeah.
maybe the cancer cure.
For sure, bro.
I don't know.
I would hope not.
I would hope not too. But it's also like a
That'd be-
thing of like
Who
overpopulation,
would
and
be
that's
hiding
why
that?
the government does so much shady shit that like
But like, how would the government?
But the
Like, I don't get it.
population thing too is that like we will always come back to carrying capacity.
Exactly.
Like, we don't need to not have a cancer diagnosis. Like,
Ex-
sorry, like what's the word?
cure.
Cure.
And there's always a new
Like, look-
disease that's coming.
Yeah, like literally look at COVID.
Like there's
Yeah.
always a new disease, and that's the thing. How long did it take them to find like a vaccine? It doesn't have to be like a cancer cure, but like just something like I guess chemo, but chemo is like straining, and it's like
Yeah,
it's not really. For the first time I heard what chemo actually is a couple weeks ago. I already forgot it, but I realized it wasn't like really helping in a sense, but it was like burning things
It's
like in
it's
their
like
body.
there's like
radiation.
It's radiation,
Yeah.
it's like if you have like termites in your house, so you burn the house down.
Yeah.
And then like to like get rid of the termites.
That's funny.
It's
I
like
just read
stuff
something like that today. You have to. The only way to get rid of like bed bugs is to burn the mattress. I just read that today.
really.
Yeah, because if not, if you just throw out the mattress,
They nest in the
they
bed.
just migrate somewhere else. They find a new bed. But like, how did bed bugs?
How would they
Where
know
were-
that you're about to throw it out?
No,
they
like
found a bed where? Like in someone else's
The
bed?
fuck?
they migrate like somewhere else.
Wait, how would the bed bugs know that you're like planning on throwing the bed out?
Not that you're
You
no
just
no
said they
no
migrate.
no. After you throw it out, they realize the scent of like a person isn't there anymore. So
So they go
They go
back
to
and
It
someone
they're
goes
else's
like
somewhere.
They
clear.
nest in someone
But the
else's
thing
bed.
is, like,
Oh.
where were bed bugs before mattresses were invented?
What do you mean?
I'm sure they were a bug
They
that
were just a
existed
bug,
until we
yeah.
found them in beds.
Yeah.
I called them bed bugs.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they would just be on like animals and shit like that,
I didn't know.
and
No,
like
it's
on like
insightful.
fabric type things.
Yeah. I don't know. I was thinking about it.
I don't know that much about bed bugs.
No, I just read it. There was a girl in my
You
school.
gotta get closer.
There was a girl
Yeah.
in my school who
Yeah.
had bed bugs, and she came to school with bed bugs once, and like all her stuff had to go in a bag, and for the rest of her life until like I was a senior in high school, she was bed bug girl.
Is it even that type of thing where like you have bed bugs and then you show up to school and other
Is it
people
like
have it?
fleas?
I think so. I think
I
it
don't
can
it's
be
like- I think that's
because they sent
lice,
her
bro.
home.
I think you're thinking about lice.
No. She had bed bugs. Like all her stuff were. I wasn't thinking about lice because I knew who had lice in my school for sure.
Was it you?
No,
Oh,
could never. My mom would never. Every day she'd come home, brush
Looking
my
at your
hair
Yeah.
every day.
if you have lice and you brush it out, I'm pretty sure you still have lice.
Yeah, you have to get
No,
all of
You
the
have to like
eggs.
shave your head.
But
like,
she
your
no
hair
no
off.
no
You have to do like hair treatment. to get
Yeah.
rid of
Yeah,
it.
you have to do hair treatment. But my mom's Hispanic, so
So
you already
she
know what that
beats
means.
lice.
Yeah, she beats it.
with a comb.
Yeah, with the
Get
a
out.
broom. One time I was driving on the highway, and we saw like we were coming back from a wedding, and we saw a like figure at the side of the road. It was dark and it was during traffic, kinda, and like it looked like a person. And my mom was like, "I swear I just saw like a person," and we are like, "Nah." And then like a day later on the news, it was like body found on like I-95, blah blah blah, and there was just a body there.
And it was,
So you think you
He
might
was
have seen
dead.
the
Person?
killer?
oh, he was dead when your
Yeah.
mom saw him.
And it's not like he was like in a bag, like it was just like a dead body.
Yeah.
When was that?
I think it was a guy that was walking on the side of the
Like
highway and he
hitchhiking?
got hit.
That's really sad.
I don't know if he was maybe hitchhiking probably, but he was just walking.
What
and got
year
hit.
was this? Maybe I could find
Like
it.
2011.
I've never heard that story.
That's spooky.
Yeah, and there was another time where my sister was at crew, and she saw like a bunch of police surrounding like the dock
Mm-hmm.
and pulling something out, and they literally pulled out a body that was in like the lake, like
Dang.
the one near Lincoln School for girls.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I went to one time, I was driving back from a hockey game with my brother, and my dad was a sheriff, county sheriff.
Really?
Yeah, for like
That's
24
funny.
years. And he got like a call on the radio, and they were like, "You need to come. There's a double homicide." And he's like, "Well, I have both my kids
An
in the car."
abortion. Imagine.
Now, yeah. Anyways, so my dad's like, "Well, I have my kids." And they're like, "We'll take care of the kids, like, come." So me and my little brother were just like chilling in the car, playing our Nintendo
In the
DSs.
cop car?
Yeah. Because my dad drove an unmarked car. And you know, in the movies,
Oh,
like
okay.
when the cops like surround something,
Yeah.
like that
Yeah.
literally happened.
Oh my god.
But the reason I bring this up is because the guy who
Wait, he brought you to
brought
your
us.
dad brought you to a crime scene?
Yeah, my mom
happens
came and
a
picked us
lot.
up. Yeah,
Happens
it
a
happened to
lot.
me a lot actually as a kid. But
He would bring you to like where dead people were?
yeah, I
And
mean,
then-
if we were with him and then,
And then
someone
the,
would take care
the
of
criminal would sit next to Pippi.
us. Yeah, we'd be playing.
You're in
we'd
the
be
back.
Victor
He'd be like,
chanting.
"Do you wanna play?"
Someone joins the chat
He's
room.
in
Hey,
between you
my little brother.
and your brother.
Hey, do you want to play?
No, the reason I'm saying this is because like the guy was found in the bottom of the lake, like a bunch of like bricks tied to his feet.
That's how like most people like
yeah,
kill. Like if they're gonna
Because
kill
the body
someone.
floats.
Yeah.
If
yeah,
not.
you have to weigh it down.
That's how they found the guy and the Providence one. He like didn't think it through.
yeah.
Imagine like if they like drain like Lincolnwood, like all that water. Do you think they'd find like many
They
bodies?
would find, like,
I
a
think
lot of
about
stuff.
that all the time. I think about like
Yeah.
all of the land that exists for people to like bury bodies in.
You think about that a lot.
Keeps her
What's
up
like
at night.
the most mysterious thing you've like found or experienced?
I pretty sure I experienced like paranormal activity when I was 7.
Like real?
Yeah.
Like,
I
elaborate.
I remember it very vividly still.
Like stuff moving or something?
No, like I literally
Or, like,
saw a
orbs?
ghost. 2
Really?
ghosts, yeah. So when I was younger, I would be in like a bunch of plays. Like I kind of did a little bit of acting. My mom made me. And the old theater where I grew up was like allegedly haunted. And they were like haunted by a young boy and a young girl that died above the theater or something. And I would always be so spooked to be there just knowing that. And one time in the like little balcony boxes, I saw one of them.
And like what did it look like though? Like
It
see
looks
through
like-
or some shit or like what?
Like almost yes.
Or like a
It would
person.
be like if it was you, but you were kind of like
Like my opacity was down?
yeah, you were like translucent a little bit.
wow.
And then I went like I saw them multiple times.
Did you tell anyone?
Yeah,
Did anyone believe you?
yeah.
That's good.
Wait, you saw who was it? Like a
It was like a little boy. Like I was probably
Oh.
like
Doing
7.
what?
He was just like there,
Did he talk to you?
at what time was it at?
like 9 at night, 8 at night.
Like in a theater?
Yeah, I was in an old theater.
Did you ever try to research and see if anyone ever died there?
Yeah, people died there. Like
Wait, so you saw what was he doing? Just chilling around?
he was just chilling. He was just sitting. He was like
I would,
watching
like-
the play.
Even at 7, I would like definitely
What the
like
fuck?
research like little boys that died in this theater and like find a picture that was like closely related.
I remember he had like short brown hair. Like I remember what he was wearing.
You could see color? Like through the
It
like-
wasn't color. He had dark. I could just tell he had dark hair.
Oh, I get what you
Dark
mean
hair.
though.
Like it
like-
wasn't light.
Yeah.
Like you could tell like what color something
Like
is.
if it's a black
just
and white
by-
picture, you can tell if
like
someone's blonde.
comparison
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
yeah.
That's probably the spookiest thing I've ever
What'd
experienced.
you do? You ran?
I like
Or did you just keep staring?
no, I felt like vibrations. Like I felt like energy. And
What
then
the
That's
fuck are
scary.
you talking about, bro?
no, I'm not.
What does that mean?
Like I felt like an aura. Like I felt that someone else was there, even though no one else was in the room with me.
That's scary.
I was the only one in the theater.
That's
Willie,
so
it's
scary.
a dream, bro. Chill.
Dude, it's paranormal activity. The other thing that I experienced that was weird.
Wait. So you saw the kid and then you ran. Was there sound?
There's no sound.
Like he wasn't producing sound?
No, he was just like
Did he see
there.
you?
Yeah, I think so.
What was the other thing?
Did you make eye contact?
Yeah, we looked at each other.
What do you do?
Did you go?
He throws up like gang signs. He's like,
no, the other thing that I
flips
did.
you off.
He's like, fuck you. He's like, you didn't see me here. Double bird. Not just
Bro.
one,
I'll
but
hunt
two.
you in your sleep. I know where you live.
That happened. Like,
What the fuck?
Okay, what was the other thing?
the other thing that happened is when I was little, I was at like a small amusement park in my hometown, and I was just walking to a ride, and I saw this like massive handle of a knife or like a machete in the ground, and I like pulled it out and brought it to my dad, and my dad's like, "Oh my god, like this should not be around." It was a murder weapon.
There was blood on it?
There was someone else's blood on it and fingerprints on it.
There was
Oh
blood?
my God. Like dried up blood or like
Dried up blood.
that's so scary. Did you
Yeah.
like personally find out like what it was for or something?
I mean, I don't know the details, but like they traced it back to like a stabbing.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
With like
Those
a
are
machete?
like the scariest like
was like that- yeah.
like crime scenes, like the machete crime
Damn.
scenes, like
Dude, I have so many stories we've never even talked about.
because they literally like overkill people with machetes,
Yeah.
like so bad, and machetes do so much damage.
Yeah.
It happens a lot in like third world countries. Like that's what they use a lot to kill people.
Really?
Machetes, yeah, it happens a lot, especially where I live, where I'm from.
Yeah. What's the
Damn.
spookiest thing you've ever experienced? Or like
One
strangest?
time I was like, it was like 11 p.m. and I got in my like driveway at my old house and I saw, it was like two things. First I saw a possum and I thought like that was like, oh, this is like the coolest shit I've seen. Like, cause it was like a possum, like a big one that just passed by like right by my car, right? He passes by and I'm already like shook cause I've never seen one that close, right? But I immediately get in my car and like in the sky, I see like this like green orb.
Yeah.
Like mad high up though, like in the stars, just like trailing like this. And it's not like a drone, like it was like a green orb with like, it looked like an asteroid, but it wasn't like, it was green and like bluish, and it went like this and then it flashed and then it went poof and it disappeared. So then my dad likes aliens, so I went inside and I told him I saw an alien, but I did more research and it was like,
A star exploding.
no, what is it? I think it's comets glow green because they
Yeah.
have copper, and when copper gets really hot, it turns green.
And when some stars explode, they're like blue and green too.
Yeah. But the weird thing was I told my dad, and I don't know if it was correlated, and I might still have like the audio, but like I told my dad and like my brother or something the next day. And then they were both just saying like that it was like, was it a plane? Blah, like they were asking like the normal questions. And then I got a call and the guy left a voicemail and I never called back. And he was like, we're calling about the like sighting you saw and blah, blah, blah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
They pranked you for sure.
Yeah. And I think like someone like pranked me.
Your
'cause-
your
'cause- and I
brother
have the
definitely sent,
audio.
like a friend to prank you.
Yeah, but he like didn't really care when I told him like it was just
Yeah,
like
but
he was
probably
like
a big brother.
he was
thing
just
to
like,
do.
was it like a plane, blah blah, and he was like, damn. But he wasn't like, and then I got a call and I don't even know if it was like correlated. He was just like, we're calling about like this, like the sighting you saw and like blah blah blah.
And then that was it.
And then I didn't call back, and I showed my dad, and he was like, oh, you must have told someone.
But you didn't. Besides,
I told my dad.
Dad and your brother.
Yeah,
And did you
and
tell
it's
him
like
that?
that's like a dumb prank.
Yeah. I love that the possum was also in the story.
Yeah, that's all. No, it's weird because I saw
like
a
I thought he was
possum.
gonna say like the possum.
No, I saw a possum and I was like, holy shit. And then like as soon
And then
as
you
I
also
walked
saw
away,
a UFO.
yeah, I saw like, I think it was a comet.
Yeah.
And like maybe it was like the Comet Association like calling like the neighborhood to find out like how many comets pass by there like per year or
Maybe.
some
That's
shit.
freaky though.
It could have been something like that. Like sometimes if there's like a meteor shower or like some shit like that, like people would try to find out like
What-
how many people saw it, and,
Yeah.
and then they like use it to like keep track of stuff. So it might have been like they called the neighborhood and like only my phone was connected. But like I have the audio somewhere. Like it's just this guy. He's like we're calling about like the sighting you saw on like April, blah, blah, blah.
Did you ever look up the number?
No.
I'd be interested.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't look up the number.
I always look up the number.
It sometimes when I look up numbers though, it like says like we know who this is if you pay.
Yeah.
Like,
if you give me
if you give me
$1,000.
money, and like I don't even think they're like close to knowing who it is. They're like this number from Providence, but they just use like the area code to like know that.
Scam.
I don't think they like actually know who called like just like that because it's probably like illegal.
Yeah.
Yeah, except
So
our
just,
phone
like-
numbers are the data is everywhere. Like you
Yeah.
can buy data.
Yeah.
You can buy
Wouldn't
data.
you be able to find people's phone number like in the phone book like back in the day?
Yeah.
Like in the neighborhood?
You can
Like,
still
wasn't
do
there-
that, I think, but it's house numbers.
It's house numbers and you like agree to make it public. But every time we like read terms and conditions that we don't read and we just like check the box, we're agreeing for our data to be used and shared and sold.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't had anything spooky to me happen like in my life. That's why I like to be able to believe in stuff like that. Like
Well, that's why
to
like
hear
the ghost
story.
thing like got me shook because like I always watch the docs on it, and I'm like,
It's like I
like-
want to experience them because I want to know like I don't think anyone's lying. I don't feel like anyone would really lie about experiencing something like that. So it's like, because what are they benefiting? Unless it's like a little like 5-year-old being like, I saw this, and he's just trying to like front in front of his friends. But like you're
Yeah.
a full grown adult telling
Yeah.
me this, like
And it has never happened to me since.
so it's like
only in that spot.
Yeah, it was only in that
people
spot.
exaggerate a lot, and they'll say like every day or like every week, and that's when I'm like,
Yeah.
but like I really want to experience, not that I'm wishing like the bad like energy on me, but I really would like to experience something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems pretty cool.
The spookiest thing was like my cat story, how I thought I had like a cat in my house. Do you remember that I told you and John? I think
No, with the cat in your house, I think. Like you
I
said
would
there was-
walk into the bathroom, and I was terrified of cats like when I was younger, and ironic, right?
Yeah.
So I would walk in, and there would be this black cat behind like this shelf that we had, and he would just peek, and I can see his piercing eyes from like the darkness. And like I don't know when I grew out of it, but I did. But it was every night, and like at some point in my time when I was young, I had to walk in backwards so I wouldn't come out
Yeah.
like running and like be able to see it. So like that was until I turned on the lights, and then he wasn't there. So I don't know what it was.
So you
That's
thought
like
you
that's
saw
like
a cat.
the boogeyman.
Like a
in
cat
different
ghost.
thing.
It's like one of those things.
It was like my fears became like a reality.
And now you have a cat
Now I have a cat.
named Fish.
What was the thing that you and John said that it was like it's like I over
Oh yeah, you might. It's like a. He said it. He said like it could have been like some like coping thing because now you
Yeah.
like overly love cats because you used to be like
Yeah.
terrified of them.
yeah.
It's like you're overcompensating.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said something like he used the term
He used big words.
overcompensation, but
He
like he
big
uses
words.
big
He's big
big
words.
word,
Big
John.
words, big
Ooga
words.
booga.
Ooga booga, big word, John.
Big word. No. I would just have like scary stuff happen to me, like real life scary. Like I would have like people pull up to my house with like guns, and like my grandma getting jumped while I was like 6 years old right in front of me.
I saw a guy get jumped off his bike once,
Oh,
like
no.
next to my house. This dude was like passing by on his bike and a car pulled up and just like jumped him.
Jesus.
And then they drove away.
It's scary to see your own family like
Yeah,
get
that's
jumped
It
to.
wasn't
Like
my family though.
my grandma was like 48 or something when I was like that age, like 7 or something. I don't know how old she is now, but it was like scary.
That's super scary.
Like, and like I would have my dad allegedly has like a daughter with this prostitute, so I like have a white little half Mexican, half white girl with like blonde hair and blue eyes, and she would pull up to the house with like her pimp or something and like accuse my dad of like not doing like the right things for him when I was like 5. So I'm like very questionable. All those scary things happened,
That's scary.
but now it's a better neighborhood.
What's
way
like
better
the
neighborhood.
most scared you've ever been?
I want to tell
Or,
a
like,
story.
nervous.
I can tell you this time I've been the most scared, but I'm going to be scared to go home.
What
You want me
was
to
it?
drive you home?
You
No,
can
I-
be
Pick up
scared
the
to.
car tomorrow.
Oh, did you walk here?
No.
Oh.
I'll be fine. Okay, so it was Halloween night a couple years ago, and I was in Ithaca. So like when I was at Cornell, and everyone's like weird on Halloween, right? We can agree that like, yeah,
Halloween.
Halloweeny.
All right, sorry.
No, we can agree that like people would do like weird stuff on Halloween
What,
because they
like
can.
Pranks or like
Well, just,
scary
like,
shit or
just,
something like that.
spooky stuff, right? And I was just like laying in bed. It was like midnight. And I lived on the side of a gorge. So like
Wait, what's a gorge?
a gorge is like either side of like a waterfall. So like literally it's
okay.
like a gorge through the land with like a river.
Like a
ravine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I lived like above a river, and everything like outside of my window is super slanted, super steep. And middle of the night, like I'm awoken to a dog barking, and I'm like, "There's no way a dog can get down there." Like, my apartment's like built into the side of the land. And I was super wigged out. And then I start hearing like music, like Spanish music playing, like party music through a phone. And I'm like, okay, this is really weird. And then someone starts flashing a flashlight in my window. Yeah.
That's
But like
scary.
if someone was trying to like kidnap you or something, why would they be playing like music?
Well, I
don't think they were
I
trying
don't
to
think they were
kidnap
trying
her.
to kidnap me. I just think they were like,
Fucking with her.
Like fucking
no, I don't
around
even
your
think they
crib.
were fucking with me. I think they were just like coming up from wherever they were. I mean, it was freaky. And then I called the cops and they were like, yeah, there should not be anyone down there. Like everything's fenced off.
Yeah. That's scary.
That's probably the scariest thing that's ever happened to me.
Maybe they were chilling there and like.
But then you
Just
think
being
about like,
dumb.
have people been like watching me? You know, like it makes you think. And I didn't sleep there.
Pippi,
For, like, I didn't sleep there for like
I'll
2
stand
weeks.
guard outside of your house too.
No, I'm not worried about it here.
Damn.
But I wouldn't sleep in my apartment for like 2 weeks after that.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so scary.
That is scary.
What about you, Xander?
The scariest thing?
You're a really good storyteller, Pippi.
Really?
You get
have
straight to
good
the
ones,
point.
yeah.
It's not even like you have good ones. You don't like drag it. You like say the beginning, middle, and end with like, climate.
I feel like that makes me.
With the climate.
Let me tell you
With the
about the climate that
climax.
night.
with the climate.
Let me tell you about the weather first. You really set the mood.
You do well. You do well.
Thank
It
you.
was 78 degrees.
You
It was,
make me
it
feel
was
comfortable too,
Humidity.
bro. I'm human.
Humid in here, bro.
Yeah, one time when I was like camping, I heard like screaming, like a woman like screaming, like just like a screech, and it's I found out after that it was like foxes do that.
Oh,
It was a fox.
that's the
Have
scariest.
you heard like
Yeah, they
no, it's not the scariest, but have you heard how foxes scream?
Yeah,
No.
they wail.
It's
really?
like
Yeah.
Like
Let me
like
show
a
you.
willy. Like a willy when you leave him alone.
A willy wail.
it's like it happens to a lot of people where they think they heard some woman screaming, but it's like a fox screaming. Let me show you. It sounds like what? I forgot that TV was on. It's gonna like fuck with the lights I had. It sounds like this. Oh wait, I can just play it on. Oh sorry.
I already thought that was Willy.
I thought it was a human.
No, let me show you.
Do they do that in Minecraft?
Oh.
Sorry, footsies. I can't play with Pippi, so
Damn.
you can help Pippi out.
I'm good.
Like this.
Yeah. Did it happen like multiple times?
It
Yeah.
was like that.
Oh my god,
That's freaky.
That's so. I would pass away.
I would run
Wait,
out of my tent.
There has to be a better one. It was like a long scream. Sorry, that was the guy whispering in the video.
That was creepy. That was creepy. That's the scariest thing that's ever happened to Rosie.
It was like that, yeah.
I just don't like my ear.
Yeah, I don't like
No,
I
it's
don't
like
like that he was
ASMR.
like whispering into the camera while I was trying to hear it. Yeah. So you could see how I would think that that's
no,
like
for sure.
100%.
Tomorrow for sure. Yeah, for sure.
I think the scariest other than that, I probably can't even remember.
Or anything like scary that you can remember.
No, I just remember like the most like butterflies I've had, and it was like the one was like skydiving and another one was like cliff jumping. It's scary. I don't like heights like that.
Yeah.
You don't feel the heights of like skydiving after you're already like, it's when you're on a plane. So I'm guessing my fear of heights is kind of fear of falling and dying.
Yeah.
But it's like I wasn't scared of the heights after I already jumped off.
Which is interesting because then you're actually in a dangerous position after you've jumped.
In the plane, looking out the window down, not even the window, the door down, I was scared.
Mm-hmm.
I would never skydive in my life. I'm not scared of heights, but I would never do that.
I think I would do it.
It's really cool. It's worth it. Like the thing I didn't like and that they should warn you about is like the first like 5 to 10 seconds is just like you're like dizzy as fuck.
Yeah.
Like you're like what the like, and I was like, is this gonna be the whole
I
experience?
would pass out.
Some people do.
Yeah,
I would pass.
I was
out.
like, is this gonna be like the entire experience? And like then after that, it was like awesome because after you get like stable, it's like awesome.
That's why I don't go on roller coasters.
I hate roller coasters.
Wait, is it you that blacks out on roller coasters?
No, I don't go on
Someone
them.
was telling me recently that they literally black out every time they're on a roller coaster.
I would not be paying.
Because like some people's like
If
blood
they know-
rushes and shit.
If they know they black out every time.
Yeah, why are they paying you?
This kid I went to school with just posted a story on Instagram. He was like, didn't black out this time, like
my
at Six
God.
Flags.
Dude, no thanks.
No,
Yeah.
I went on one roller coaster and it was like the small carnivals like we had.
Oh, those are, I hate those. Those,
Yeah,
like,
those
look
are
so
not,
uns- Have you seen the ones that just like, it's like a
Did
fucking
you
Ferris wheel that
see
tips
the one
over?
that just happened? Remember when I showed you the kid falling off?
Yeah.
Wasn't that not a carnival?
It was like not as big as an amusement park, but not as small as a carnival.
It's because nothing's regulated and no one's like
Nothing.
checking.
Yeah.
No one's inspecting the roller coasters.
But the thing is,
Like,
and,
yeah,
and
they
I
like, didn't put his seatbelt on.
and I've
he
had
just
this-
like died.
I've
That's
had
so
this
sad.
conversation
Yeah.
with Xander before because I really, really like water parks. I'm obsessed with them. I cannot swim. They're less stable than like there's no security there compared to roller coasters, and I'm not scared of them. But why am I scared of roller coasters?
That's a thing most people say though. A lot of people who don't like roller coasters still like water parks.
And the thing is, for me, is I don't like being turned upside down, and that's why I don't like roller coasters because I'll throw up immediately.
yeah.
Like that's why if someone picks
well,
me
also
up,
like
I'm scared they're gonna turn
there's
me
only
around.
so much you can do at a water park when a roller coaster, since you're strapped in and it can do a lot of different
You go
maneuvers.
to any different
Yeah,
direction.
it's like just scarier. There's water parks that go like upside down too.
Yeah, but I won't do that one.
I was in Canopy Lake, I think, in New Hampshire, and it rained when I got there. Then it got sunny, and they were like, "Oh, you can go back on," and like me, my brother, and my sister went on, and the brakes like didn't work.
No way.
Yeah, it didn't work, bro.
It didn't.
It was
break.
like the type of roller coaster where you could steer, but it's like you're on the roller coaster. But you get what I mean? Like you could slow down a bit, and like you could kind of tilt which way your like cart is going, but it's not like you're actually steering.
Yeah.
And if you brake, like the person behind you, like it like adjusts, but like the brakes didn't work. So like at the end, like the first person like slammed into the end. I slammed into no, like then the second person slammed, and then like I slammed into like behind my sister, and she got mad at me.
Classic.
Yeah, she got mad. She said that like I did that.
You're like, dude, no.
And then we
one's
left.
brakes
Yeah. And then we left. They could have like ended so poorly.
And she was mad. I love that.
Yeah, and then I got hit by my brother behind me. So it's just like,
That's so funny.
yeah.
No,
Isn't it-
I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
scared of them.
There's some water parks where like I've seen slides that are so steep that like they don't test people going on them before they
Really?
after they build them,
Damn.
and it can be such a drop
There's one that just goes straight
people
down.
like fall off the slide.
Oh.
Like people have died on water slides before
Yeah.
because it's so steep that you don't.
Well,
stick
that's
to
why
the-
I don't like the uncovered slides at the water parks. Like I was in the.
Yeah, but you could hit your head so hard on like.
I've done that's happened to me. I was in the. It's like world's only or some shit biggest indoor water park in Vermont.
Mm-hmm.
It's like world's biggest indoor water park.
Would you be open to going to another one?
No.
I'll
and
go
then,
with you.
and
Thanks,
then
Pip.
Yeah.
first
Everything that Xander doesn't want to do with me, I'm taking Pippi.
horseback riding.
Yes.
First, I went
We're
like
going as soon as I get my first paycheck.
I went on this one where you go in like a tube thing, like the what are those called?
And
the,
then you go
the
like this?
inflatable things.
Like a tube.
Oh, yeah, too.
Oh, we go on
Raft
that.
tube.
Yeah, and then you go in like the big tunnel, and the raft like tipped upside down,
Yeah.
and then I just dropped.
You just dropped down.
And then because I was with someone, we were just like beating on the walls. It was like doom
Yeah.
doom. It was like Looney Tunes. Like
It's freaky.
it was like doom doom doom. And then the guy at the end just saw us come out with no raft, and then like 5 seconds later the raft came
comes
out.
through.
Yeah, and then right after that I was scared of doing anything else. But there was one that went upside down. But like the whole quote unquote cool thing about it was that the part everything's concealed, but the part that goes upside down isn't. And it's all about like, oh, you're free there. Like,
Oh my gosh.
But if like I didn't catch enough speed, I would just like fall.
Just literally fall.
It's all like
Yeah.
thrill. It's all like adrenaline
Yeah,
that like
people like
people
that.
say.
I'm not like that. I don't
No,
like,
I'm not either.
I don't
I don't want to like
risk.
die.
Like I don't care about it. I'll get adrenaline from like running down the street.
Yeah,
What?
I don't like the risk thing. I like doing things that are fun. I like trying things new, but like I don't like putting myself in situations where like things could go wrong.
I went to Six Flags this summer and with just one other person, and I refused to go on anything, and we drove all the way up there just for me to go on the water slide like 10 times.
That's cute. Wait,
Bro.
where's Six Flags?
Isn't it in like
Guam,
Mass?
Mass. It's
Yeah.
not far.
Oh
It's like 45 minutes. We can go.
no,
Yes.
One time
I'm not going.
Let's go.
I don't like roller coasters.
No, to
Me
a
neither.
water
Size.
park.
I was in DR and my cousin.
Fine, I'll rent
We'll
us
go to the one in Vermont.
we'll rent a little inflatable to put outside and
This-
go down it.
There's this thing in DR where like if you like go to certain like places in like the little village places, and you just look at the ground, there's like old pottery. Like from like way back then, like clay houses and shit like that from like way back then.
Oh, that's sick.
And like my cousin was showing me that, and he told me this like story where like one time he was like, cause my like uncle owns like this like land in like this like kind of like place off to the side of like all like the main stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And like my cousin said him and his brother were like looking for like pottery stuff, and then while they were like looking for it, they saw like a hand, and then they looked and it was like a body, and they just ran.
What?
Yeah. And in DR,
I think I would do the same thing. I'd
if
run.
in DR you see that, it's not like you're gonna go like
You leave
report
it.
it to the police.
Yeah.
Like they just saw it and ran.
It's also like another thing. If you see that shit in another country, like you have to keep your mouth shut because
Yeah,
you're,
you're
next,
not
bro.
the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're next, bro.
So
That's
they,
so funny.
so they just
Even
ran.
here, just a little bit. You witness some shit, you're next. It's so sad.
What are you talking about?
Hey, I want to talk to you about the sighting you saw.
Bro, that was weird.
Yeah.
I want to see aliens, bro.
I
I
don't.
just have not seen anything. Like,
I think I
close
have a
other
peace
than
of
that
mind,
comet.
not thinking they exist.
The universe is too big for us to be the only life in the galaxy.
That's true, but I
But
don't
there's
think there's
a-
aliens that like, you know, the typical alien that like people describe. I don't think that's what that is.
No, I think
They might be like-
I think we can't even
I think
picture
there's
what
humans.
they look like.
They
I
might
think
be
there's
l-
humans somewhere
I don't
else.
think there's humans because I don't know if there's enough like oxygen and water on other
Maybe.
planets.
Well, the odds of like everything that Earth has even happening is like so low.
Yeah, like Mars
Yeah.
is kind of close to Earth.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's too cold.
Do you believe that there's like different multiverses?
And there's no water, isn't there?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
no water. Different multiverses?
Yeah. I have like a strong belief in that.
Kinda, because I think we're all just living in a simulation.
I do too.
Yeah, me too. Actually,
I think someone's like controlling
I just think it's
everything.
100%.
it's weird how we run like a computer. Like we have like we have stuff that like a computer would have,
It's like weird
like
to even
memory,
think.
like the motherboard, like a brain.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Yeah,
The brain then tells tells the parts what to do.
yeah.
It's just
like
weird.
It's weird.
You have
to
like
see-
eyes, and cameras work like the same way as eyes. Like your eye, if you look at like something bright, like the pupil will get smaller, and cameras do
Cameras
like
do
the same thing.
too.
Like the aperture closes. So it's like weird how like it's like so similar,
Yeah.
right?
You know what's really fun about, like, interesting about that is, like, sometimes I think about, say we go back 50 years, no one could ever fathom
Yeah.
the iPhone.
Yeah.
What's next?
Yeah.
Like, what is going to happen in the next, like, 20 or 30 years?
Some
that
other
we,
shit
we
that like,
can't
we couldn't even
like think. We
process.
can't even think.
We can't
about.
even like think of like what's gonna happen. It's like so absurd to like. I don't know. I'm
I mean,
confused.
shit like fucking rich people taking like fun trips to space.
Fuck that.
Like that's weird.
I think that's so weird.
Bro, when are we
Yeah.
getting flying cars? Here, not in
LA
LA.
got that, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't need that though. Air travel is like too safe for us to put like flying cars into the air. Like it's still the single most like safe way to travel.
Yeah, there was the biggest, like, I think one of the most stressful jobs ranked was like that air traffic control people.
Yeah.
And there was like that biggest crash in Arizona where like the two planes crashed because someone made a mistake.
Yeah.
And then the writer of Breaking Bad used it like as a plot
Oh,
in one of
really?
the
That's
episodes.
cool.
Do you remember
When
that?
did that
It's not
happen?
cool, but it's cool.
When did the crash happen?
Like 2010 or something
Really?
because someone made a mistake. And
It's so even if you make like 100 mistakes, it's still very rare for that to happen.
Pippi, you know what I think sometimes?
What?
Because you guys are all older. I can't say this too much about Xander because he was probably only about 1 year old. You guys were alive during 9/11. Most of you.
bro,
Do
I
you
was
remember?
alive
Yeah, I was
too.
4.
You were like 1.
No, I saw the whole thing, bro.
He saw who did
You
it.
watched it?
He saw
Yeah, I
who
saw the
did
whole
it.
thing.
Do you remember where you were? Like what you thought at all?
I was thinking kindergarten. Yeah.
George Bush was reading her a book.
Yeah, he left me a message. I know what you saw. Can we talk about the sighting? I feel like I was talking to my roommate about this, who feels like he experienced like 9/11 very differently.
You were also in New York.
Oh, wait.
Yeah,
bro.
I lived in New York.
She
State.
lived in New York.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Huh.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like I wasn't old enough to process what
That's
happened.
true.
Bro.
My uncle's high school girlfriend died in 9/11.
As a
She was
responder
on one of
or
the planes.
oh
Damn.
Yeah.
God.
But I still didn't get that till I was like
No, of
15.
course not.
Like I still didn't understand.
That's
What
so
was the
sad.
plane's like route? Like what plane was that?
They were going west.
Was it like a travel plane? I have never researched the topic of 9/11 because I feel like the government's watching everything I do.
Well,
So,
I mean, you can research it.
yeah, but it's like scary. Like
Yeah.
I don't know too much about like what had happened. Like
Well, yeah. I mean, it was a terrorist attack,
Yeah.
and like two planes were hijacked. There was a third. There's actually a really cool story about bystanders on another plane that was. I don't know where it was supposed to hit, but essentially, like people disarmed the terrorists.
Yeah, there's one where there was supposed to be a third plane.
Yeah.
And
Really?
these two guys like double teamed the guy.
and
That's
everyone on the
insane.
plane ended
Yeah.
up like bringing it down.
that's
Yeah.
insane.
It like was supposed
never
to
heard
hit
that.
like some third thing. I think.
I think it was supposed to. I think the only
It was
thing
like
that would
the
make
Pentagon,
sense.
I
The
think.
Pentagon,
Yeah.
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 That's the only thing it would
Yeah.
make sense for it to hit.
I thought
And then it
I
landed
thought
as-
one did hit the Pentagon.
No, two.
The Twin
Both.
Towers.
The Twin Towers.
And
two
then the
planes.
third was supposed to hit the Pentagon.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
what was supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Mhm. No,
I saw this thing where it was like the dude, and it's like you can look it up. The dude who like owned the Twin Tower, like he had like one of the biggest like I don't know, he like owned the Twin Towers or some shit like that. And then he wanted to like get like money from it, but they told him that like he could only have money like if it was like some insurance. It was like there's like this conspiracy that he did like some insurance scam. And the
Seriously?
dude, like, I don't even remember it at all. And I'm probably gonna have to look it up later. But like they had told him that like the only way he could get that much money from it or something was if it got like destroyed.
But yeah.
And he was like, if something happened to it, and like a night before, he had like sold all his like stocks or some shit like that, and like It was like some weird
That's
shit like that.
interesting.
Yeah, I
There's
gotta
so many
look it up.
theories.
Yeah, look it up.
There's
I
so
was
many
see.
theories.
every time it rolls around, I like try to educate myself on it a bit because I think that like we get a really siloed view of like what the world would learn about it because we live in the States. So this past September, I was listening to a podcast, and essentially like the windows should not have like parts of the building that melted should have never been like able to melt based off of the infrastructure. So there's like a lot of things that went awry. But on most of the floors of the Twin Towers, it was like day trading. So like people were there in the office working.
That's what the Twin Towers were used for?
Yeah.
It was the World Trade Center,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
Like a lot of the floors were people just like buying and selling, and selling. And there were like there are also like bombs in the bottom of the building that went off before the planes hit. And people were trying to evacuate.
Because they think that like the planes can only hit so much of like the top. They
Right,
need
so they're
to
trying-
do
yeah,
the
yeah.
bottom.
So people were kind of evacuating, and they're like, everything's fine, go back up. And that's when the planes hit.
Oh, I found it.
Yeah,
So Larry Silverstein, he buys the Twin Towers.
Silverstein. Okay.
He buys the what?
I recognize the name now.
really?
Oh.
Yes.
He buys the Twin Towers 7 weeks before 9/11, right? He puts insurance on it, right?
Yeah.
And then he gets saved because he accidentally double booked like a meeting and a dermatologist appointment.
Interesting.
So he
So he would have an alibi.
so he like
too.
luckily got to go to like his dermatologist appointment before like the same day, and then he got a bunch of insurance money
And he also has an alibi for it too.
from it collapsing.
That's fucked.
know.
What's a conspiracy theory you actually believe in?
The Mandela Effect.
What's that?
Where there were all these things created. It's like it goes back to like the multiverse. How like, what's a very popular one that I could tell you? Like Kit Kat. It never had that slash in the middle, but it did. Now it doesn't. But people say it never existed. The
How is that a
hyphen.
conspiracy?
It's the Mandela Effect. It's the fact that people, the internet or people say it never existed, but to a general population, it existed.
But how
Like
is that a conspiracy?
What do you mean?
Is that a conspiracy?
The Mandela Effect.
I don't know
Isn't that
anything
an
about
effect?
the Mandela
Really?
effect. Mm-mm.
It's also like the Berenstain Bears. Do you remember with an A or an E?
Yeah, I remember seeing that on like Instagram.
It's
Is
like
that
all,
not an effect? It is like that. That's not a conspiracy.
I believe it is.
Conspiracy is like Bush did 9/11 or some shit like that.
I believe the Mandela Effect's like a conspiracy.
The dude bought he bought insurance, right? And he applied for terrorist coverage 9 months before.
Yeah, that's strange. That's super strange.
A big one is like the Nelson Mandela death, and that's where it all started. How like people say he died in 2013, but many people, including myself, who watched a documentary on him, remember him dying in 1980s in prison.
Oh, you know
That's
what's
where it all started.
the Epstein didn't kill himself thing.
Oh yeah,
That I think that's like
I
a
think most.
conspiracy. I believe.
I think a lot of celebrities who have died are dead.
I don't think Epstein killed himself, bro.
Yeah.
Rich people can do like a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like it would be very easy to just like there was no guards watching or something at that thing. There was no cameras pointing, like stuff like that, and he killed himself.
Yeah.
That happens a
that's
lot
tough.
where it's like guards get paid to like look away.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, chemtrails, like the when you see a plane flying and there's like that white stuff that follows the
Yeah.
a lot of people think that's just like evaporation or like natural
I just think
fumes
it's like
coming-
smoke. Yeah.
Yeah, but one of the conspiracy theories I believe in, and I don't even know if you can call it a conspiracy theory, but like I think that is like chemicals that
Oh,
They're
like
putting
they're
Yeah.
putting into the
Yeah.
atmosphere.
For a while, I thought COVID was something that they were literally sprinkling onto
That'd be crazy.
the government, like the population, because of like overpopulation. I think like a lot of things that happen are because of overpopulation. Like the government wants to get rid of as many people as possible.
Yeah.
Is there no science behind like what makes the white trails happen?
There is, but like you shouldn't be able to
hot.
see them like that.
Really?
Yeah, that's like what people think.
Because
Poor guy.
yeah, Willie's like sweating. Is it not the same concept as like factories that blow like white smoke,
But that's like chemicals coming out of the factory.
Exactly.
like filtered chemicals?
And then we're like
yeah.
the way that a plane is regulated, it shouldn't be like releasing fumes the way that a car does or that a factory does. So people think they're like,
It's an interesting
Yeah, because isn't
thing
it like
to think
wind
about.
turbines? Why would it be leaving like?
yeah. That's interesting. I don't know if that's kind of I guess it's
No,
kind of,
for sure.
but like the JFK assassination and
Yep.
also like the Marilyn Monroe deaths, I
Yep.
think are
You think the JFK thing didn't happen?
no, I just think there's like I think it's not what people
say
are,
it is.
Yeah. Yeah,
There's
I think
so
it's,
much
It's
connected.
the mob.
That's
also like why Marilyn Monroe died
Yeah.
too.
why?
They
were
knew each
connected.
other. They were really good friends.
Some people even thought that they were having
a
like an
thing.
affair.
Yeah.
Who?
JFK and Marilyn Monroe.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's like why she's so popular in the first place because of that. Like she was what, an actor?
Yeah. She was like
But-
a beauty icon.
Yeah.
She was
Yeah.
like the Kim Kardashian
Of that
the
time.
60s.
Yeah.
But like gorgeous.
She was beautiful.
Yeah.
And you think they killed her because she had like relationships and she like knew something?
Yeah.
So what do you think they knew? Or like
Probably some shit he told her. I don't know. Like,
no. Like besides like her, like why'd they kill him? Like what's the conspiracy? Like why they killed him?
Oh. Maybe they didn't like him.
Because it's just politics. That's when we were still living in a country where
Well, don't they know the guy
like
who
the
did
mob
it?
and mafia were still. Yeah, but they believe he was hired by the
Oh.
mafia.
Sorry guys.
And Marilyn Monroe's death is still a question mark. Like they can't quite tell how she died.
Yeah.
They
You know, one of
can't?
the first
Well,
deaths,
they can, like she was poisoned or like overdosed or something.
the first death I ever like heard of as like a young child, because like as a young child you don't think of people dying, like it's just not
Michael
something.
Jackson.
It was Michael
when you
Jackson.
asked
Yeah,
me
I knew you were
about
gonna
9/11,
say
I
that, bro.
remember
It was
exactly where
and
it
it's
was.
June 25th, and
Wasn't
it's
that like
something-
Dr. Error?
which is today.
It was today
June 25th is today.
What is?
when
Michael
he died.
Jackson's when he died.
Wasn't it like 2009?
2009. Yeah,
08?
it was like
It might have been like a little after. I don't
You think it was
remember.
no,
after
I
that?
think it was
I think it
2008 or
was before the
2009.
recession. I think it was before the financial crisis.
Was it?
I don't know. So
But I bring that up because like I feel like there's these 2009.
09. Yeah.
I bring that up because there's two deaths I remember. It's Michael Jackson's and Whitney Houston's for some reason. And those stick in my mind when anyone talks about like celebrity deaths or like people thinking about like new people who are dying like as celebrities. Those always like stick in my head and I don't know why. Why did Michael Jackson die?
Like the doctor gave him like too much or like the wrong medicine, right?
Yeah.
And then Whitney Houston died on OD,
Yeah,
I
she's in
think.
the 27 Club.
27
I saw this
Club?
video where Michael Jackson like forgot to put on his like higher voice. Like cuz he you know how like he wanted to be like different, like
Yeah.
he like didn't like who he was and he wanted to like he would put on this like voice and I saw a video
Like
where
when he didn't code switch for himself.
It's really
Yeah,
sad
wait.
to see that. Like what the world made him do in a sense. Or like the
Wasn't it,
social
like-
world made him do to become accepted.
Yeah.
wasn't it?
It's sad.
He had
Wasn't
to,
it
like,
because like his family and
he had to hide his kids and everything. Like they
Wait, here it is.
didn't go out in public.
wait, where is it?
And all my fans,
Wait.
to the World Music Awards. And all my fans around the world. Ladies and gentlemen,
Where the fuck is it?
I am greatly humbled by this award.
Wait, I can't find. I think it's here.
Can you hear me? Okay.
What, dude?
He played that off so well though.
Wait, listen. He goes, "Can you hear me?"
Can you hear me? Okay.
He's like, fuck, you can hear me.
He goes,
He played
Can
it
you
off
hear
well
me?
though.
You
Played
know
it
who
off well.
else's death? I was talking to someone about how Elvis died. Now that this movie,
I don't know.
Oh,
how
did
he
you see
died.
that shit about like where he might be in like a mental asylum?
No,
Oh, I thought that's what you were gonna say.
no, about how he died.
How did he die?
He died on the toilet. He
Yeah.
had a heart.
Oh,
He was
yeah.
constipated.
Yeah, you can die from that.
He had a heart attack on the toilet.
You know what I remember too? Houdini's.
I thought you were gonna say that other conspiracy theory, because there's one where like they think that like there's like this dude in like this mental asylum who like swears he's Elvis, and he like no one believes him.
Does he look like Elvis?
Yeah, he kind of looks like Elvis.
Does he sing like Elvis?
I don't remember, but like they said that like no one believes him, and that's why he's in there, because he kept telling people he was Elvis.
Oh my gosh.
But I don't really
Poor guy.
believe it.
Poor guy.
Houdini died because he got punched in the stomach.
Really?
Yeah, because he had this magic trick where he could get like punched in the stomach like extremely hard by like people like 10 times bigger than him, and like
Oh, we talked about this. That's
yeah,
what I'm
and he
like,
could do it, and he died because like he was sleeping and some like college kid was like, look what this guy can do, and he like punched him in the stomach and it like exploded his like
Holy shit.
what's that, appendix or some shit, like
Yeah.
exploded, and then
If not
they
treated
took him to the
quickly.
hospital and he died
You
Yeah.
can die from that.
because they thought he was just like made of
But like,
steel.
where the fuck was he that like a college student just had access to him, or someone just had access to
Like
him?
backstage or some shit.
Sleeping?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Damn.
Yeah, why wouldn't he be able to sleep backstage?
But it's like you would think like someone like him would have that
Security.
protection one, and like
I feel like it's
Dude,
different.
Security
now. I feel
wasn't
it
like a thing like that
Yeah.
back then, bro, because people didn't do shit. But
Yeah.
then once one person found out they could,
Everyone started doing it.
yeah,
They're
like,
like, oh, I'm gonna punch Houdini
Yeah.
in the stomach.
why'd you say it like that?
I don't know.
Houdini's like, it was sick, bro. He was a skateboard artist.
he was so
So
cool. I
cool.
thought he was. I heard about him in first grade, and I thought he was the coolest thing. And I went home and I made my mom buy me a magician kit and try to be a magician for a week. I failed.
I feel.
One of my favorite people ever is like David Blaine.
I love David Blaine.
He's awesome.
His
bro.
walking on water.
And Chappelle.
Yeah, he's cool.
Dave Chappelle.
He loves Dave
Because-
Chappelle.
I love Dave
He'll
Chappelle.
mix like magic stuff with like real shit he's doing with his
Yeah.
body.
Yeah.
Like he'll hold his breath for like 24 minutes.
Yeah. I'm watching David
Yeah.
Blaine videos after when I get home.
Yeah, I always like sometimes I'll just binge watch David Blaine videos.
I don't know who that is.
He held his breath for like 24 minutes.
That's cool.
But he like works so hard to do it to the point where like
He pushes his
like
body
at his
super
body's
hard.
cost.
Yeah.
Like the way he did it was like he would like hyperventilate before to get rid of like all like the what is it, carbon
Monoxide.
dioxide that you
Dioxide.
breathe out? Yeah, to get rid of all the
Monoxide.
carbon
Monoxide.
dioxide, and you get all like lightheaded and shit. And he did a YouTube series because YouTube paid for it, where he taught people how to hold their breath for 4 minutes, like within like an hour,
Really?
just by doing like the hyperventilating thing.
I'm gonna
Damn.
look
Yeah.
it up.
And one of the dudes,
I'm gonna come tomorrow
the dude, I think
into Nitro and be like, "Look, Pippi, what can I do?"
one of the people he was teaching passed out.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, but what's that fucking person? That actor with like the green eyes, the girl.
Actor.
Is it Olivia something?
Olivia Watson.
No.
That's Emma Watson.
It was she held her breath for like 4 minutes, like within like an hour of like doing what he knows.
And she doesn't have like business doing that.
Yeah, they did it before and after. He
That's
just like
sick.
he just like learns
I
a lot
want to
of
get
shit.
on that.
Yeah,
I
he
gotta
just like
figure it out.
hyperventilate.
Need to figure out because I want to be able to run for 4 minutes.
No, you
Yeah.
need to breathe if you want to run.
But yeah,
Not possible.
thanks for watching.
And this was Pippi!
And
Sorry.
I meant to press this one.
my name got bogged out.
Say it again.
And wait.
Do it. And Rosie. Yeah, Rosie. Bye.